Hey guys. So before we start, we want to address something that has been
It's really important.
Yeah, it's been kind of weighing on us, and I feel like since I know it's been being discussed a lot since the first episode that we dropped came out, and we want to make sure that we address the issues that we I guess created ourselves with that first episode. So
so the intro we did in our first video was fucking stupid.
Yeah, so I know everybody's been talking about how stupid it was.
It was cringe.
It was really cringy.
It will never happen again.
We will never do that again.
Ever.
Instead, we're gonna start this episode, and I'm gonna come up with a game.
Yes,
I think for each
games.
episode, and it's gonna get us into the topic that we talk about each episode. Okay.
Love it.
So we're gonna start a game. We're gonna play a game, and for this game, once you win, we will split the gummy.
Once I win the game, I can't even have it until we.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
It's gonna be pretty fast. So,
that's what she said.
So this is a game I play a lot with people in my life, and you've played it with me many times before.
Yeah. I can't believe I got the one last night.
You did. You did very good.
Let's go. I'm getting that gummy.
Yes, you are getting the gummy. It is going to be. It's called.
That's what you call it.
Yes. I'm thinking of a person. So if I ever come up to you and I say I'm thinking of a person, that means I want to start the game. So I'm thinking of a person.
Okay. Is it somebody we know personally?
No.
Is it a celebrity?
No.
Is it a fictional character?
Yes.
Are they a human?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Is it Eastern animation, like anime?
Yes.
Getting closer. All right. Are they a man or a woman?
Woman.
Woman. Okay, that's the only. You're supposed to ask a yes or no question.
Woman. No, they don't have to be yes or no.
They just
have to be. I wouldn't ask any questions or answer
details
if I gave more than like 3 or 4 words in a sentence.
Cool. Just a clarifier.
Yeah, a clarifier.
Cool. All right. So, woman, anime.
Yep.
Do they have a natural hair color?
I'm guessing that they box dye it, but it is like a natural hair color. Their hair's not like blue.
Okay. Do they have a blonde hair?
No.
Do they have black hair?
Yes.
And it's not their natural hair color?
Well,
yeah.
Based on her vibe, I wouldn't be
Understood.
surprised if she dyes her hair dark or black.
Understood.
Like she's used a box dye before.
Okay. Is she in high school?
No.
She in college?
She's college aged, yes.
But she's not in college.
She herself is not in college, no.
Okay, so she is a fully functioning adult.
She's a fully functioning adult.
Okay.
Functioning? Questionable, but yeah.
And you thought I would get this fast?
Oh
my God,
eventually.
wait. Okay. Black hair?
Yeah. Maybe ask questions about the anime.
That's where I'm, okay, I'm trying to think
ask, is it magical?
Black hair protagonists that I know.
Is it a magical fictional story?
Is it historical?
No.
It's modern?
Yes.
Okay. Is she a girl's girl?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Wait.
She's a girl's girl.
I'm loving this. Is she queer? Or queer code? Is she queer? Canonically.
Yeah, I would say so. And this is relating exactly into what I want to talk about.
I love this. Okay, hold on. Is she queer?
Because if you have bad media literacy,
you don't understand that she's queer?
Yes.
Wait, that helps me so much, I think.
I think some people watch the show incorrectly. That's why I brought it up.
Oh, that's fascinating. Black hair anime. People don't realize she's gay.
Ask about the show. Like, is it magical?
Oh, okay. I understand. Is it an isekai?
No, it is a...
Is it a fantasy?
No, it is a real-life show. It is one of the most real-life shows I've ever watched. It is.
It's a slice of life.
Yes. You can barely call it slice of life.
Is it Nana?
Yes, it is! It is Nana.
As soon as you said it was slice of life, and
I was like,
and she box dye, I'm like, oh, it's Nana.
You're telling me that she's never put black box dye in her hair?
No, she box dyes her hair.
That is a black box dye.
She easily
bleached
it initially and then went back to black.
She's had many colors.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And she's, I think, college age, but she's not in college. Hachi's in college.
Correct. That's why when I was like, she's not in college, but she's,
And that is going to turn into us talking about media literacy, because I think that people watch
Nana
incorrectly sometimes. And I think specifically women get that vibe in that show, and I think it's a great show that it like attracts women.
Right.
But I feel like it also should be shown to a lot of men because it's such a woman experience show.
Yeah.
But we are going to talk about media literacy today, right?
Yes, we are.
And I wanted to use that character, which we can now take our gummy. I'll have a gummy because you won. All right. Her horn.
Secondhand kiss.
Secondhand kiss.
No cheers this time. Oh, well.
A couple of chronically weird best friends got so zooted on a big green couch, they convinced themselves to make a podcast. This is the podcast.
So I want to talk about Nana a little bit because
I agree.
I think that
Nana and Hachi's entire dynamic from start to finish, too.
because it is not, it was, know what I was deciding between? Doing Nana and Hachi
Or
Yuri on Ice, which is the other obvious, like, queer-coded, sometimes mistaken.
I think Nana is better for media literacy
I
specifically.
do too.
Yeah.
Because I think Yuri on Ice is not openly queer showing because of restrictions.
Yes.
I think Nana, it is shown and misinterpreted by audience at times.
I agree.
So let's talk about media literacy.
Sure.
Let's first, you want to describe what is media literacy?
You want to do personal definitions?
Well, there's
Yeah.
personal definitions. There is an actual definition to media literacy. So how would you describe if I was like, what is media literacy?
For the ability for people to contextualize what they're consuming.
Yeah.
And make not assumptions but inferences.
Yeah, you have to be able
reading between the lines.
Context clues.
Context clues. Yeah.
Right? So think back to when we took like standardized tests, like this is where my brain goes, is like, do you have literacy is being able to not just, like when you take a test to see if you have, if you're fluent in a language,
Right.
you have to know if you have literacy.
Yeah,
I
like
can
an aptitude test.
Right? I can read German. I can, whatever the languages that you're doing, if you read it, write all that stuff. But if you can't analyze, inference, read a story, figure out like the between the lines, all of that stuff, then you don't have literacy, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking a lot about media literacy and how it's kind of
Dying. It's dying. Media literacy is dead.
Yeah, because people are not.
Media literacy can't come to the phone right now. Why?
Because she's dead.
I knew you were going to love that.
Oh my God.
So what, I guess for you, what's a big...
Before you do anything, should we acknowledge that there's a cat with us?
No, because if we acknowledge there's a cat with us,
Well,
then
should
the
we
cat
introduce
leaves.
the cat?
Oh, yeah, let's introduce. Yeah,
Okay, so we met Barney.
this is Totoro.
Or Chunchi.
Or Chunchi.
Yep, Chuncy.
He's napping, and we're trying not to disturb him.
Chunchi.
No, why are you doing this?
Because he's my cat, and he's very used to disturbances.
He knocked everything over when we first started.
I know he won't get back up.
I know
He's gonna be zonked for the rest of this. Like this
wonderful.
is where he'll be.
I love this. I love that we just have a lap cat.
Your sparkles in your blush is really cute today.
Thank you.
It looks nice.
Wait, there's sparkles in this?
Yeah, there's sparkles in something that you put on, like
I think it's
dot
the-
sparkles.
Oh, it might be the powder one.
The powder for the
maybe
the
I haven't
orgasm.
used it in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my blush is called Orgasm.
Yeah, out of context, I'm like, oh yeah, you had the sparkly orgasm this morning.
Sparkly orgasm.
That'd be a great cocktail name.
We're gonna do
A sparkly orgasm would be something with like champagne or something.
We're gonna go figure out what a sparkly orgasm is. Yep.
But yes, we're gonna talk about media literacy and how it is dying. So you finish what were you gonna say?
Dying.
I just want to introduce Chunchi first.
Oh no. I guess for you, what is like, because you're the teacher, right? Out of us, so you probably have the literal definition of it. But what is your, I guess from the literal definition, what is your like hot take? I guess for media literacy.
So literacy is interesting because it is.
Well, media literacy stems from general literacy. Right?
Yes. So we
it's
have
like,
the general literacy, which is being able to analyze, contextualize,
read, write, speak language.
Read between the lines, right? Then media literacy is like consuming media
right.
without just taking it at face value, right? Like being able to understand context, being able to understand, you know, the bigger picture that might not be spelled out for you in whatever it is that you're watching, right? And I am a bit of a movie snob.
You are.
And so I have a very interesting experience with media literacy because...
But you also have, I would say, good media literacy.
Oh, I do.
Right?
I have fantastic
and I don't
media
like
literacy.
using good and bad as like terms because
I have better media literacy than most people.
But you have
do too.
fantastic media literacy.
Yeah.
Because even if something's not for you, you can objectively look at something and be like, hey, I didn't personally like that, but I can see why people do. And I think
I watch a lot of movies that I don't love.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this just maybe wasn't made for me, right?
Yeah.
But I don't hate it just because I don't like it, right?
You see the joy or like the enjoyment out of
or
it,
who
right?
it was made for. Like you can even watch something or read something or listen to something and almost like put yourself in the perspective of the person it was made for to be able to be like, oh, okay, this is made for kids. I
think like doom scrolling kind of took away from people's ability to do that, right? Because you're being spoon-fed an opinion and you just assume that what crosses your little 2x3, 2x4, whatever it is, 6, I don't know what phone dimensions are, but screen, and if it's not something you like, don't look at me like that. If it's not something you like, if it's not something you like, you automatically go, why the fuck is this here? This is shit. But it's like, and it's not bad. You just don't know how to appreciate what was fed to you, and that's fine. Start building your algorithm. Stop interacting with things that you don't like. Otherwise, you're going to constantly see things you don't like, and then you're going to be convinced that everything is bad or shit or whatever.
I also don't understand anybody who'd want to like consume a bunch of media that they don't like. I'm like, just go find something you like.
Like, why do you understand interacting?
Also, commenting and interacting with something just gonna push it back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just stupid.
And don't yuck other people's yum.
Oh, yuck other people's yum. Fucking Taylor Swift.
I love that.
I mentioned her in the first episode, and I'm going to mention her again.
And it's okay. You know what? I enabled you this time, so it's fine.
I think Taylor Swift's a good example of a media literate.
Okay.
A person that is interesting to explore when it comes to media literacy. Okay. Because I think depending on how people interact with her and what it is that people... Because a lot of people don't like Taylor Swift, right? And the first thing I do when I figure out someone doesn't like Taylor Swift is I ask why they don't like Taylor Swift.
Because is it because of unethical billionaire reasons, or is it because you don't understand the way she composes her music and stuff?
Who's messaging me on Discord?
Who's messaging on Discord? We should put that on Do Not Disturb. Or
that's fine,
mute.
whatever.
Yeah.
People be like, oh, I wonder what they're getting Discord DMs about.
Someone's honey senses were tingling, and they realized you were talking about Taylor Swift.
Oh, maybe.
It's like the bat signal, but for you.
Taylor. It's probably Mako. Mako loves Taylor Swift. She's my...
Oh my God.
Shout out Mako.
If that was Mako, that's adorable.
She's my Taylor Swift, my Swiftie friend.
Yep.
But Taylor Swift is a very interesting case because depending
agree.
on who I ask and why people like her or dislike her is very indicative of whether or not they have good media literacy.
I agree.
My brother's a great example. My brother's not a Taylor Swift fan, but he has interacted with Taylor Swift enough in contexts where
Mama Hunny and you.
Where we're listening to her lyrics and we're breaking down. She's a great lyricist. She's a very good lyricist.
She's a fantastic composer.
Yeah,
she can do any genre.
Is very interesting in writing stories and she has all these things. Obviously, most people know her for her pop music.
Right.
But she's a very good writer.
You know, and when I had met you,
she's not even a fantastic singer. Like, she's a good singer, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But she's not
talented.
Adele. No. She doesn't have this
She's not Ariana Grande with like a world-breaking,
right? Like, where they have this absolutely gorgeous voice.
Yeah. Christina Aguilera.
Taylor Swift is entertaining.
She's a theater girl. She's meant for the stage.
So theater.
You know
she's such a stage girl.
You reintroduced my love for her because I listened to Taylor from her self-titled album.
You
was
were like country girl,
like curly hair, like whatever. And then I think it was
got really poppy.
The pop went her first 1980.
Yeah, 1989. So when she went from Red to 1989 is when she made the switch.
So that's kind of when I stopped listening to her because after 19, I was just
and most people know her from 1989,
which is interesting.
From look what you Reputation. Lover. Those ones are all her pop, and then she went into the folklore and Evermore and stuff.
Folklore is when I kind of picked her back up a little bit, and then we met, and you were like explaining folklore to me.
I have so much.
And I was like, oh, I think I can reappreciate her now again because I'm not a big pop person like that, right?
So, relating back to media literacy, when I'm interacting with an artist, or let's say my brother, like I was explaining, was interacting with the artist, he's able to be like, she objectively is a good writer.
She's successful for a reason.
She is successful for a reason.
Right.
And I don't like her.
Right.
And I don't listen to her.
Cool.
Maybe he doesn't dislike her.
Right.
But he's like, I don't listen to her.
Yeah.
He has enough media literacy to listen to something understand who it was made for, understand the context, read between the lines. Yep. She's singing about girls breaking up and people's relationships.
Yeah, no shit. Your older brother's not gonna about a girl writing about heartbreak and stuff.
Yes, it wasn't made for him, right? And sometimes it's fun to have like a window into someone else's experience. Sometimes it's fun to interact with something that maybe wasn't made for you or makes you feel like a different person or to see a different perspective. That's fun. But she's not made for everybody. What?
Fast side tangent, something. I want to know how many guys got into Taylor Swift because some girl sent them a Taylor Swift song and they just didn't get it at first.
Probably a lot.
So media literacy again. How many times did a girl send you a song or anybody send you a song and you just didn't get it? You know, like in hindsight. Have you ever gotten like hit in hindsight?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, been like, oh shit, wait a minute. Like, oh my God, it's the worst. But you know what I feel similarly about though?
What?
Dark romance.
Oh, okay. So my experience is my niche is seeing
your theater stuff.
My theater stuff. And so when I ask people the question about Taylor Swift, why they don't like her,
that's your litmus test, which I think is a good one.
Some people immediately attach to her music.
She sucks.
Yes. And I go, okay, so you're sexist. Like you're focusing on the things that weren't made for you. She's made for me and my mother and maybe a future daughter one day. Like she is made for a specific group of people. And yes, ethically, we can judge her, but just focusing on the media for a second, she is not made for everybody. And if you don't have media literacy, you're not going to understand that she's not made for you.
Right, exactly.
And so then dark romance is a great example as well.
Oh my God, dark romance is so controversial because there's like, I can't even say like there's 2 or 3 categories of people, right? There's a lot of people who don't understand dark romance.
Crazy, bro.
Bro, book talk is crazy. What do you mean? What do you mean that you think you're any better for reading your porn than for watching it? Let's disillusion something so fast. That's an entire other topic. I will not get on that soapbox right now.
Also, I feel like not everybody reads erotica for erotic reasons. No. Right?
Like, so I texted you that one day.
Not everybody wants to, like, do the things that they're reading about.
No, I mean...
like, if a boy was like, I'm going to pick up this book because I want... Like, I want to know what you want to do. I don't want to do those things in the book. I'm reading someone else's experience because it's fun to read it, but I don't necessarily need to do it myself.
I think I texted you the other day when I was reading... It was one of my really fucked up ones that I just, like, you know... where I'm like, you know... I don't read smut and dark romance the way most people read. Especially, I kind of read it like sport commentation. Like, I'll sit there and be like, fuck yeah, how many scenes until we get to the bit? Like, you know, because there's some authors where I'm like, all right, I know I'm starting here. Somehow it's going to lead back to, right? Or somehow it's going to lead back to, like, her doing this thing, or it's going to lead back to this. I do it for the, all right, how are you going to get me from point A you know,
this is the part that you skip.
I'm so sorry. Please, I love you so much. You're still my best friend. Don't think any differently of me. I am.
We're adults. We're adults. Yeah,
it's fine.
Okay, so people consuming dark romance.
So even so, rolling back to that, a lot of people have a lot of judgment around dark romance of like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The biggest one has to do with people who have been victims to some degree, and they're like, this is abhorrent. Like, why would you read this? Why would you write this? And what people don't understand, it's like, some people read this because it's healing for them. Some people read this because it gives them a sense of control when they're, you know, with these things. Also, not all of it is serial killers doing that. You know, some of it is also just, there's a little bit of darkness in everybody. Let people explore it in a safe, fictional, contained way, then maybe going and doing something that could, and maybe get like some type of information about it, right? Because not for nothing, people don't talk about the edgier side of intimacy, instead of maybe going and trying it and getting in trouble or putting themselves in danger, right? Like, dark romance is one of those things of like, you don't have to like it. Don't yuck somebody's You don't understand it. You just don't understand it, and that's okay. You don't have to, right? I don't like horror. I'm so sorry to anybody I just disillusioned. I know what I look like.
You look like a witchy bitch who loves scary horror things.
I like scary books.
Guess who likes the horror out of the two of us?
You. She loves horror. I'm just like, no, listen, I'll be the first to say it. I'm a bitch. I'm a little bitch. I am a baby back bitch. I don't care. I will own it. I don't care. I am a haunted house. I don't need to be scared anymore.
I am a haunted house.
My body is not a temple. It is a haunted house, and I don't need to add to it. Okay?
I'm obsessed.
So, but if you don't understand it, and it's not for you, and that's fine. I read horror. Visually, I don't like gore.
No, because you also
gore.
you just don't like
I don't like gore.
So how
That's
do
a
you
whole
think
other
people
topic.
listen to or read media? I mean, dark romance is wrong. Like, what do you like? Because media literacy dying is the fact that someone's interacting with some sort of media and misinterpreting it, missing the point.
Right.
What do you think is the biggest thing that people misinterpret or don't?
The reasons why people read it, right? Not like you said, not everybody's reading this to get their rocks off.
Yeah.
Right? Not everybody's reading this because this is the exact brand of what they want to do. And if it is, who cares? Who fucking cares, right? If that's what somebody likes, and if this is how they can consume this without putting themselves in harm's way because maybe they don't have a safe person to explore certain things with, or maybe they're unsure of the depth of something, right? Or even certain narratives. We're curious creatures.
Yeah.
And I think dark romance touches on the things that people don't openly talk about. And the one stance I take is I'm comfortable openly talking about a lot of stuff, especially that's a little bit on the controversy side or the edgier side or whatever of things, because when you don't talk about things, people don't learn about things. When people don't learn about things, they're not informed and they're not educated. And what happens when people aren't well informed and educated? Then they start making assumptions, and then they go into the comments section of a video. And then we have the whole mob mentality of spoon feeding the reasons why media literacy is dying, because there's no more fact checking. It's somebody else said the same thing I'm thinking, therefore I am correct. Everything is right and everybody else is wrong. Yeah. And it's just there's everybody
people
takes
also
things
don't
at
like
face
making
value.
their own fucking opinions anymore.
Right,
Oh my
right.
god, people
Oh
are like,
my
oh,
gosh.
like they're with Taylor Swift, for example. I hate it because she's popular.
Okay.
I hate nothing more than people who hate things just because they're popular.
Stupid, falsely hipster, self-entitled ass out of my vicinity. Thank you.
I'm glad that hipsters are dying. I'm glad that like
metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically, like the hipster movement of like being like
It's not a trend anymore.
I'm like before my time, and I found this underground thing, and I'm holding it against like a group of like I'm holding it hostage so I can interact with it and nobody.
The
I hate it.
gatekeepers.
Yes, hipsters are like my least favorite group of people. I really do.
Group of people too, actually.
I don't.
Because you know why? Here's the thing: if you're actually a hipster, you don't need to fucking talk about it. Why do you care? Like
you're very hipster. You like you're doing things before.
That is the biggest. You know why? Because I was doing things that
I
got
like
me
how I just said
bullied.
I hate hipsters, and I say you're a hipster, and you're like, thank you.
Thank you. That's the biggest
But
compliment.
yes, you know what I mean, though.
Sense,
yeah,
it's one of those things where I got bullied for the things I liked. Right?
Well, we were just talking about this.
Yes.
I hate people that love, like, let's say, anime as a kid, and then they're like, but I got bullied for it, so I don't want to let anybody else be able to enjoy it now because you aren't getting bullied for it.
You guys don't have to go on FrostWire and download fan dubs to watch the whole thing, or watch it in one episode in 8 parts on YouTube back in the fucking dinosaur age. I'm happy we don't have to do that anymore. All right, the amount of manga
I never had to do that because I'm
so happy
such a baby.
for you. No, I'm happy for you. You know why? Because that was a pain in the ass. You know what also that required? My parents' permission to go and find these things on the internet. I watched School Days when I had no business watching School Days because I had no supervision finding the animes that I wanted to watch.
Oh my God.
Right? There's a lot of negativity that comes with that outside of even the entire like, oh, the struggle is real, right? Yeah. Sure, it was real. Be happy that we fucking carried that torch so everybody else could have fun in the path that light the way. All right, stop being a dick.
Literally,
I'm breaking the fourth wall. Like, stop being a dick.
And related back to that, this like mob mentality, this group of people who decide what is the best, what is wrong, all this.
Free thinkers, dude. Like, what happened to
social
debates?
media? Is the reason that media literacy is dying.
There's no healthy debates anymore.
No.
There's no conversation around a book, a movie, whatever. It's all that's what I think. It took away the conversation.
I will say I do fall subject to it sometimes. Do you think you ever fall subject to the mob mentality of like media literacy and
because I'm always right. Yes, I do.
I sometimes find myself being mildly elitist.
But are you in the comments section doing it?
No, but do you know what? No, I don't know though, because
you just don't enable yourself.
I will make preconceived notions about media before I see it based on
because of other people's things.
Yes.
I will say that's something that I have tried to stay away from.
And I think that's part of media literacy is an individual thing that you yourself have to interact with the media, decide how to analyze it, contextualize it, figure out the bigger meaning. And a lot of times what people do now is they see how other people have watched something, other people have viewed something. They go, that must be true.
There's no
I'm not even going to
introspection.
interact with this media, and I'm already going to assume this thing
There's
about
no
it.
introspection to what we consume anymore. It's all projection. Media used to be you consume something, and it was almost like a mirror with yourself, where you figure out how you felt about
and
this,
the conversations
why you felt about it
were being had in
classrooms, and just in general coffee
educated
shop,
spaces, stuff like that. Now,
no mediation either.
Yes. Now it's in comment sections and like cesspool spaces, you know?
Spaces, because you know who are the people who harp on these ideas and don't let it go and debate with a stranger till their face turns blue
when
and
you
actually
bring back
cares.
Tumblr.
I miss Tumblr.
Because Tumblr was actually like a relatively good space to have discussions about something.
The golden age. Pour one out for Black Thursday. The Purge. R.I.P. free titties on the internet.
I know. I used to watch the GIFs. The porn GIFs.
Oh, hell
that was like the first time I ever watched any inappropriate stuff.
I used to make the porn
was on
GIFs.
Tumblr. That's insane. I watched the porn GIFs. She was the porn GIFs.
I made them.
Oh my God.
They're so fun.
But yeah, it's interesting because.
But you know what's crazy? Here, media literacy. People are going to hear this. You know what their immediate assumption is going to be?
What?
Belle did porn. Go find Belle's porn. No, you freaks. Which is not bad even if I did. I made the GIFs that people were using, but I myself wasn't always part of the GIF. Whether I was, now that's a mystery. Go have fun, figure it out.
Go have fun figuring it out.
Yeah. But again, assumptions. The parasocialism of the fact that media literacy is dying is a massive tie-in to it too, right? Because again, everything is fact now. There is no. What was the best one? I love the assumption people make about you and I already.
Oh, I have so many assumptions about me for sure.
God. You do.
Because I have a very interesting experience online. And a lot of people, I've done a really good job, actually, I feel like, of curating a community of people who have really good media literacy. Yeah. And so they
I will say that I think that's like happened in the past year, because when I met you, you were still trying to kind of like weed out the people who truly didn't understand Hunny. And I'm so sorry if you're one of these people. A little bit of shade.
I'm not.
A little bit of shade. That Hunny's a caricature.
Yeah,
Hunny is not a real. I mean, like, to a degree, she's you, but it's like you take your levels of a person and you dial up different parts of
like
you.
Like, if I wanted to be Hunny, I would talk like this. And I'm like, oh my God, shut up. That's so fun.
Stop trolling.
Like, there's a sense of character with it, and it's still me. Yeah. But also at the same
you
time,
put on a show because you are a creator.
If you had any level of media literacy, you could watch my videos and go, she's putting on a character.
Duh.
But there are people
who don't
who do not duh.
Insane to me.
And they will watch my videos and they will assume that I am I'm like a single girl hanging out in this world, existing for them, and that every guy or every girl that I've ever talked to or ever made a video with, I'm in love with them and I'm falling in love with them, and like
I am
in love with you. But they like to make a lot of assumptions about like my relationships with people and all these things. It's hysterical. It really is.
You know what my favorite was?
What?
Is that I have a kid.
Oh yeah.
Not with my spouse. I don't have a fucking uterus. Where is this child?
We got this comment once that was like,
oh my God. I know the lore.
I know all the lore. I figured all of this stuff out. Everybody seems confused about like their relationships and stuff. And one of the things that they wrote in that was that Belle actually has a kid. There's no child.
Cool.
There is no child. You can't have a child.
No, I don't have a uterus. Good luck. Have fun. Also, if I have a kid, holy shit, I have a kid. Who's the dad?
Who's the kid?
Who's the kid?
Where's the kid?
Where is this child?
I don't know. But it is really funny being a content creator and having people make assumptions about me.
But you know, context clues ready. If I were to use my own level of media literacy, you know where I think that assumption came from? Because I talk about my pets like they're children.
Okay.
But you've seen my pets in a lot of my videos and stuff. But you've never seen a child. So I just want, like take 5 extra beats to just.
It's like back in like high school when they're like, what does the red curtains in the scene mean? There's no wrong answers.
No wrong answers. Yeah,
there are some wrong answers.
There are wrong answers.
I'm gonna go out on a whim and say there actually are some wrong answers.
Yeah.
I think my hot take. I think you can consume media wrong.
I do too.
Yeah, like I think
there's a wrong way to.
Yes, and I think media literacy dying and social media giving us extremely fast and like watered down but also like concentrated sense of media all the time, and I can split through videos and see all these things, and I can watch a clip from a movie and then this. It's just like, ugh.
You know what? I got media literacy and how social media is killing connectivity between people and the conversation and all this stuff, right? Again, I'm bringing up this book again. It's my favorite book. Okay, so in Tyler's first book, Severed Heart, by Kate Stewart in the Ravenhood Legacy, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but the girl's perspective of social media, she refuses to get a smartphone. They make her get a smartphone. She hates it. She doesn't want to text anything. Because she comes from a religious standpoint of it, which, a place of faith. But the context that she describes this is actually a very good one, is we are giving our human brains, we're very young as a species, right? The ability that gods have, in a way. We are omnipresent, we have that omnipotent thing where everything's at our fingertips, and that is too much for us. And I am a firm believer that, the religious aspect aside, it's true. We can do what people in like fantasy and gods and like the psychics with orbs and things, like those things that we grew up believing was all make believe. Our phones do that for us, but with no filter.
We see things faster than we should. We see things,
we consume too much that it's for us to be able to handle.
It
right?
is for sure. I am not jealous of that. I am already past my like fundamental brain, like
I feel so bad for my younger sisters.
Like my fundamental brain, like developing years.
Yeah.
Because if I was at that age and I was interacting with what social media is now, my brain would be pudding.
Listen,
it's like already like applesauce. I don't want it to be pudding.
But that's for. I have ADHD. There is nothing wrong with my attention span, okay? Because I can sit through masterpieces. I'm not going to sit through a 30-second reel of something that I'm like, I have no business in this person's everyday life. And if that's you, cool, happy, that's how you consume things. I will go watch something like Bravo with you if that's what I want to do, right?
Bravo.
And that's what I think that is for you. I think Bravo is the correct way to consume something like that if you want to look into somebody else's life, because it's produced for that. There is a level of like degrees of separation that people are not acknowledging are appropriate, which is why people feel like they have this sense of entitlement to creators. You're not going to go to a Broadway show and ask the performers to sing a song from a different musical, right? And that is what people are doing with creators on the internet, is they're going and being like, why are you the one creating this? Or why don't you make this type of content? Because that's not the content I'm going to make. I'm a performer. You're watching me.
And
sit
you know
down
what
and
is
shut
like
up.
a downfall of a lot of directors, producers, singers, songwriters,
What?
anything, is now we get that like in-time feedback, right? Here's the thing that I want you to change about your content. Here's the thing that I want to do. All of this stuff that didn't really exist before. Now that it does,
and it's not even from professional places or constructive criticism. It's just the peanut gallery getting a microphone.
It's Jack Smith just with his fucking iPhone, like telling you to do
hiding
something
behind his stupid screen with
and
that
unfortunately,
the default.
I could name like 4 or 5 things that got ruined because they listened to the people and did not, like, they tried to cater to the fandom or the pop culture or the like the current thing and didn't focus on creating a cohesive storyline or sticking with what the original plot was.
The thing that gave it the foundation in the first place,
like selling out, kind of.
Yeah, selling or don't mess with success. If something's already successful, why are you listening to the people in the comment section?
Like Game of Thrones, I feel like is a good example of going like too intense with stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
I didn't even bother watching it because you know what happened, and people hated to see it coming. I would sit down, I'd watch a few episodes, I'd guess the finale of every season, barely watching the show. Whoever I was watching would be like, that's not going to happen. And it happened every time. And they go, maybe you don't watch this with us. And I go, maybe you consume something different.
What was the author that you recently was just telling me about that, like, they started doing stuff for the it was the
Sarah J. Maas.
It was the ACOTAR, right?
Yes. The last
ACOTAR people join the chat. I didn't fully finish it.
Throne of Glass, fantastic. You know why? Because she wrote that with no peanut gallery to give her feedback, tell her to do more of this, less of this. And you know what? People who think ACOTAR is better than Throne of Glass, you're wrong. This is where you're wrong. This is where there's actually no difference in opinions. Okay, you're wrong. Because Throne of Glass, this is where it's not bad. You just don't know how to appreciate why it's better. She was a minor when she started writing that. No shit, she's not
Akatar?
Yeah. No, Throne of Glass.
Okay.
Throne of Glass was the first one. She
How
wrote
old
it.
was she?
I think she was like, she started building her world of Prithia, or however it's pronounced, when she was like 14 or something.
Is that one smutty or no?
No, not until books 5 and 6.
Okay,
You know why? Because she started writing this as a minor, and then as she went through life, she started adding more and more into her book. That series grew with her, right, into her adulthood. So if you're sitting there because you want what ACOTAR gives you immediately, okay, like, I'm not yucking your I love ACOTAR. I think she did the wrong thing with Nesta's book. I love Nesta by the end of the book. I think she demonized a person who did not need to be demonized, who was supposed to be on the path of like healing and shit. But you know why she did that? Because originally it was supposed to be the first 3 books. Mm-hmm. First of all, it was just the first book that was a prompt on Wattpad, and then she got this like whole idea, and then it became the first 3 books. Yeah. Then people went, well, I want to know what happens after book 3. Then she wrote the little novella, the skinny one, to which she ruined Nesta as a character for me because I loved Nesta's progression the most.
She listened to the Peanut Gallery.
She listened to the Peanut Gallery. You know what she did next?
What?
Is give us Nesta's book. You know what she didn't fucking do?
What?
Make Nesta likable.
Oh.
She was
Nesta's Feyre's younger sister. Older sister.
Yes.
Older sister.
And I like the book because it's a lot of
She's
girl
the one who,
power.
She ends up having a little bit of a thing with
boy.
With the long-haired guy.
Cassian, yeah.
Cassian.
And Cassian carries that book, and a man should never carry. Anyways, Cassian carries that book, and what she did was there was a lot of forced smut. I feel like the smut was good. The smut was good itself, but the way it was placed was just felt so abrupt, and there was no like easing in like there was for Feyre and Rhysand. I'm sorry if that spoiled it for you. Tamlin sucks, and I'm not sorry.
Darth Vader's the father. Darth Vader is
Vader's a Darth
Vader is Anakin. Sorry, spoilers.
Sorry, spoiler alert. And where was I going with this? Oh my god, so the whole thing is, she regressed Nesta to cater to the Peanut Gallery, and I feel like it could have been. And honestly, here's the thing: what she did is she made Nesta, and this is my personal taker, right? This is not my general one. Is it's not a secret. To put it like very mildly, I got some daddy issues. I had a rough childhood. Nessa's the oldest sister. I'm the oldest sister. I have no empathy for the way that she
was she like a toxic older sister?
Everybody's problem. Yeah. The way she took it, the way she reacted, and I was like, well, no, she's damaged. Like, she just needed to heal. Okay, that's not an excuse to treat people the way she did, and I will never agree with that. Do not sympathize with Nesta. Be proud of her for her character progression. Do not sympathize with her, though, because you are sympathizing with her for the wrong reasons at this point.
Sorry,
but we will have an entire separate discussion. But that's one of those things where no one should have to say, you know what happens in that? I can't even blame her, is because once...
Ooh, big stretch.
Yeah. And the adjustment period, and now you're facing the camera.
Very nice.
But my issue with that is the comment section is getting too much power. Right? Just to bring it back to full circle. Because let's be real, Sarah J. Maas didn't just wake up one day, look at her comment section, and go, you know what? They're right. You know who did it? Probably her publisher. And
of course.
Stuff is pushing for the, hey, make this, do this.
90% of the things that are successful now have to be successful on TikTok, social media, Instagram, YouTube, all of these, before people start spending money.
Yep.
So if I start seeing a movie promoted all the time on TikTok, or let's say you're watching like I'm watching
my real shorts.
Yeah. But if I see clips from people talking about, like, let's say Love Island, for example.
Okay.
Everybody watched Love Island, and it got so popular. Well, I know, and I didn't watch Love Island either.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
I've watched Love Island. I didn't watch this most recent season, the one with like Huda and like,
that everyone's like kind of freaking out about.
It was a really big season. It was probably it was Ariana Maddox's first season, her as the host, all of these things. It was a really big season. But I would probably guess that most people probably attribute the success of it to how much people talked about it on social media.
Yeah, but meanwhile, these things have existed for multiple seasons prior to.
Yes, but if you have a good social media engaged
platform and marketing
space, your show will be good. So these
fact
producers,
that people don't realize shit's marketing sometimes,
I know.
too.
And so these producers who are telling Sarah J. Maas to do X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
you can't really blame them. Social
No,
media,
I can't.
like, so yes, social media is the reason that a lot of media literacy is dying, and the interaction
Listen,
between
don't get me wrong. The
creator
boom and stuff of people getting interested made
it's
reading
great.
so fun. Now,
reading is cool now. Like everybody reads, right?
I love that because you know why?
It's more accessible.
Again, I used to get bullied for it.
Yeah.
But forget
Yo,
the bullying.
gatekeeper. She's an elitist.
But the bullying aside, there was no one to talk to about this stuff openly because, God forbid, you got caught. I didn't.
Social
care.
media could have been the best thing for
certain things.
Like social media could have been great for media literacy.
Could have been.
And it
we went one step too far
because it's not regulated.
Yeah, we went one
and
step
because
too far.
there's enough like self-absorbed red pills on the on the apps. It goes so mob mentality. It goes so negative so fast.
Shorts. I think short form content kind of.
I try not to watch a lot of short form content. I don't anymore.
I just don't.
Anyway, go watch all of my short form content.
Go watch
I'm a
all
short form
of
content
our
creator.
short-form
I'm
content.
like short form content is rotting your mind. Anyway, go
watch
support my
mine.
content. It's short form.
It's short form.
It's funny. It's
but
quirky.
listen, hey, it's part of life. You either move with it or you don't, right? And unfortunately, you gotta just kind of move with the times at some point, right? You can't hold on to things. You can't be that conservative. It's just historically speaking, that's the side that usually ends up with a disadvantage, right? So you just gotta move with it. But it's true. I feel bad for my sisters and their generation, right? Like
Me too,
I feel bad for the young wing of Gen Z and like anybody below, right? They just don't make the same type of friendships.
You and the other two people behind the camera right now are all a little bit older than me, and you guys have probably experienced a handful of times of younger people on social media.
Sibling, though.
Yes, but younger people on social media going, here's my experience with some sort of like artist that or anime or whatever that you guys all go, oh God, there's kids watching this now and this is how they're viewing this show?
Dude,
like, oh, it's probably ridiculous.
We were freaking Thanksgiving and my sisters turn around and like, have you read Icebreaker yet? And I go,
yeah, like,
I'm sorry, by Hannah Grace, and she's fucking 16 and the other one is like not even 21, which is fine, you're over 18.
No.
But I'm sitting here, I go, no, I haven't. And am I going to come back and have a talk with you once I do? Because it's on my list. So I know it's on my list, babe. And she was like,
oh my God.
But you know what it is? I'd rather her reading it than watching it on sketchy websites that could farm her information and all these internet safety things, right? But at the same time, you know why they know about that? Because of TikTok. Yeah. And there's no regulation.
Exactly. Icebreaker was huge because of TikTok. It all comes back to whether or not it's going to be successful on all these platforms. And it turns this mob mentality of these people consuming stuff into this is the opinion and like turn into One Piece is mid and turn into all of these things. Like everybody has so many opinions about so many things, and then
One Piece is not mid. It just has too many episodes for me. I'm waiting for the remake. Listen, I promised you I'd watch it for the remake, right?
I know.
Because otherwise I was gonna
the live action's fantastic.
I want to watch the live action. That's
it's really good.
But I wanted to watch the original, but you were like just One Piece it, and then you were like, oh, never mind. They're coming out with a One Piece anime essentially.
Yeah.
And I don't believe
we're gonna get One Piece Brotherhood is what we're calling it because it's instead of Full Metal Alchemist, it's it's FMAB.
Because it's going to be more in time with the manga, right?
Yeah,
dude, I'm so excited. Anyways.
It's actually not going to be in time with the manga. The manga's even longer than the anime, and we don't even get half the stuff in the manga and the anime. But it's just going to be here's the biggest parts. Here's like
the actual, like the canon things that matter.
We'll see how they do it. Oda doesn't produce stuff that's not good.
I would not assume so, and I'm just curious. Where was I going with this? I actually had a point. Long Brotherhood. You hit me with Brotherhood, and my brain just went, woo!
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
I was talking about everybody on the internet having all of these very strong opinions about X, Y, and Z and all of this, and relating back to the parasocialism.
Oh my God.
People
don't realize that you're a character is crazy to me.
Yes, and people have a lot of assumptions about X, Y, and Z.
Dynamics.
And interact with media incorrectly, and I know what's really bad that it's turned into is there's a sense of entitlement for knowing.
There's an obligation.
There's an obligation to you owe me information. Yeah. You owe me
like your firstborn child, first blood, like your social security code and everything else that people find. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and people also, I think, assume that they have involvement in what we do or a right to know things.
Or like they do know them, right? Not even like the right to know things, that they do know things. And
oh
it's
God, that's like the worst.
Like there's no such thing as fake news anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
or like there's no satire. There's no punchline. There's no, like, people don't understand that, hey, not everything is
to go into
genuine.
news at the end of the day, if someone watches Nana and doesn't realize that it is a queer coded show,
and they're just in an environment where they're not allowed to be, so they don't even consider it.
Yes, and so it's clearly a queer coded show.
Right.
We love it, all of this stuff. At the end of the day, if Joe Schmo decides to watch Nana and doesn't understand it, the world's not going to die.
No.
However, media literacy then turns into, I watched a video on the fact that the government is poisoning our waters, and so I'm not going to drink water now. You're now having a space where media literacy is dying on social media. It's affecting how we consume entertaining media and educational media.
As your friendly neighborhood alien, y'all are crazy for that.
Bro, there's like that
the conspiracy.
People falling so subject to like clickbaity internet stuff is so bad.
I love a good conspiracy theory video. Don't get me
too.
wrong. Am I going to sit there and believe that all of it is real 100%? No. Am I going to be a little skeptical of things? Sure. You know why? Because that's part of the whimsy and the fun.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know everything. Mm-hmm. And if you are convinced you do know everything just because you see everything at your fingertips, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry for you. I truly am. I'm sorry for you.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Because people
aren't fact-checking anything. People aren't doing any of this.
Also, they're going into Google and getting the AI-generated, like, regurgitation.
Which is, like, wrong half the time.
Which is all outdated information.
Oh, my God. That shit annoys the fuck out of me.
Not just at ChatGPT.
If you use ChatGPT, get off.
Don't even watch our videos. You're not welcome here. Your kind is not welcome here. You're not. You're not self-sufficient enough to be able to understand the levels of what we're going through.
Yeah. Which I know that there are people out there who use it for some, like...
Hey, it should be used for, like, hey, what's the best order of action to fix something? Or actually go on YouTube and watch a how-to video for that.
or, like, condense this into less words. I know people use that shit all the time.
You know what it is? Templates. Generate a template for me to work off of.
If you're
write
using
my paper for me.
If you're using it as, like, a more advanced version of, like, spell check and,
be
like...
my girlfriend.
Then sure. Yeah, if you're talking to ChatGPT because you need some social interaction...
You've gone way too far.
Touch grass.
You've gone way touch grass.
Grass.
Maybe smoke some grass too. It worked for us really well.
It works for us really well. But yeah, people have a lot of us. I get worried about the
assumptions.
The assumptions, but interacting with media and going.
It's scary and unsafe.
This is true. NASA is sending the moon landing was fake and
Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
And
vaccinations. Oh my God, yes. And vaccinations are going to give you autism, and Tylenol is going to give you autism, and
you know what's going to give you?
Go drink raw milk. Yeah, go listen to RFK and go drink some raw milk.
You know what is going to give you autism? Your father. You know why? Because it's passed around paternally is what they found out. Okay.
Oh God.
So everyone, if you've been diagnosed, maybe take a second look at the dad that you probably don't have a great relationship and put it into context there, because my Christmas was hysterical after bringing those facts out. So
oh my God, yeah.
That was fun, yeah.
But it can be pretty dangerous because people are making choices.
But here, ready? People are not going to realize that what I just said could potentially be a joke too. So it's dangerous. People are probably going to take, oh, she's science, so what she just said is actually 100% correct. And I'm not going to go look for the paper that she's talking how this is a probability, not a 100%, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, go on, sorry.
When you interact with things and you assume things and you don't context clues, analyze all of these things, you also run the risk of like making choices that affect other people because of what you've now decided is true or not true. Not getting vaccines, you're putting other people at risk, like doing stuff like that.
There are people who can't get vaccines because it will kill them. So people who are able-bodied are supposed to get them to kind of balance out bringing back, I don't know, like Ebola. I don't know what's been eradicated.
What do you mean? What's been eradicated?
Like what
through vaccinations?
Yeah, what's been polio?
Sure, polio.
Don't bring back polio.
Yeah.
Okay, all the homies hate polio.
We don't like polio.
No.
But yeah, it can get really dangerous because you can start to do all of these things, have all these things to on a lesser scale, when it goes back to assumptions and goes back to like,
even
I have
small ones,
entitlement and stuff, people can ruin lives.
Yeah. The problem with it, part of the unsafe part of that too, is people are being like handed words that they don't understand the severity of, like gaslighting or abuse or, hey, calling
autism.
Autism. Stop self-diagnosing. Self-diagnosing is halfway there. It's half the battle. Go get diagnosed. You can decide whether your doctor puts it on paper or not.
And if you don't want to get a diagnosis and identifying it with yourself
neurodivergent
is great. It can give you a lot of comfort and stuff, but then people start using it as excuses. I've seen people who are like
I'm just autistic, sorry.
I've seen people who are just like straight up dicks, and then they'll be like, oh sorry,
it's my autism.
And I'm like,
or it's like, I'm diagnosed, okay? So I'm allowed to say this. Guess what? We're built different. We know, okay? It's both a superpower and a really shitty handicap.
Using it as context for people to understand why you might have done something is fine, but you still have to work with the consequences of whatever actions you do.
It is partially a social disorder. Guess what you can do? You can learn social skills and adapt and learn how emotions do things.
And again,
like I did.
And even in situations where you do not adapt and you do not learn something, giving someone under context to be like, hey,
context versus excuses.
Yes, context. Here is why I act this way. Here's all these things.
Sorry.
Yes, you still have to deal with the consequences of doing something that might have been harmful to someone else.
Not an excuse. Grow from it.
Yes.
Learn from them.
And I've had people use it as an excuse
and
before.
You know what the other thing is that's really harmful? Not just that, is not assuming people's or adopting like that kind of psychological terminology, diagnoses and stuff that kind of then dilute people who really need the help for it. Assuming people's sexuality or what if they don't even know?
Yeah.
I didn't know I was queer. The TikTok algorithm helped me a little bit, but not because of my comment section.
I feel like TikTok made everybody gay.
And then, well, it made everybody okay to be gay a little bit, right? Because then we started finding each other.
The only praise I'll ever give TikTok.
Yes, we started finding each other, and that was the big part. TikTok in short form made community.
Again,
and then it got taken and ran in opposite direction.
In a vacuum.
Yeah, COVID. COVID was fantastic.
Yes, in a vacuum. Media literacy would be thriving on social media, but social media is not a vacuum, and there's so much
TikTok
issues on it that it just goes haywire.
TikTok was the MMO for non-gamers, right? During that time. And if you understand, I'm so happy for you. You probably have both. But assuming people's sexuality, right?
Because you want someone to be really, you're like, I really hope they are, or whatever it is.
A lot of people's assumptions with you and I, right? Yes, we are both gay. We are not queer baiting. We do love each other. However, you're not my girlfriend.
I'm not.
You're my wife, but you're not my girlfriend.
You usually say, yes, you are my wife.
You're my wife, but you're not my girlfriend.
Exactly.
You're my best friend. I'm spending the rest of my life with you, whether you like it or not.
I like it. I do like it.
There's no breaking up here.
No.
You know? And that's okay. And there's a level of like, no one will understand this dynamic if they don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And what is that? But people have assumed a lot about us. People probably think we go and like scissor. We do. But or like some of our jokes are face value, right? There's a level of comfortability I have with you that I think transcends like, that.
It's fun for people not to know.
Yeah.
And to go,
because it's also not your
like
it's also not your business.
Like it's funny. You have to play into all this because if you don't Eminem it and like make the joke before make the insult or the joke before other people, somebody else is gonna make it and it's gonna hurt.
But you know what? You know what's annoying about that is people go out of the playful realm, right? Mm-hmm. And then they take it to harmful rhetoric and assumptions, and they think you owe them like Hudson Williams and Connor Story as Shane and Ilya, right? From Heated Rivalry.
Because what's his name has a girlfriend.
A long-term girlfriend.
Like a long-term girlfriend.
And the three of them have a great dynamic. What's their dynamic? We don't know. Do I have a headcanon for it? Absolutely. In my brain, they are a very healthy polycule, and they just, maybe the guys do whatever the hell they want, and she's super okay with it, and that's her man at the end of the day.
I've watched clips of the two of them, and I'm like, I
love them!
You can't tell me. But guess what? I'm not going into comments and being like, I can't believe you have a girlfriend. Like, I've heard the girlfriend has had a lot of yuck.
People have gone after her to a degree. They've had, even like, Connor Story's had to speak up for Hudson Williams' girlfriend and be like, hey, ew, guys, don't do this, right? And guess what? I bet you what they have is our friendship. And you know what the people in that comment section don't have? Our friendship.
Yeah, they don't know what it's
They don't have a friend you can't beat the allegations with.
A friend you can't beat the allegations with. Hey, Belle.
Hi, honey.
I'm having a problem and I need your help.
Okay, what is it?
So I feel like I've had like a deficiency recently, and I feel like the only way to fulfill this need of
This burning
joy
desire.
and fun, I'm looking for a place where I can get like really cool behind the scenes content from the podcast, be able to see updates from like you and me, and like I wish there was like a place where I could go and just like, you know,
you want to subscribe to Whimsy.
Yeah, I want to subscribe to some Whimsy. Is there any place I can do that?
So I think there's something called a Patreon.
Oh my God, a Patreon.
And it's crazy because it's almost like we have 4 tiers of different layers of that whimsy.
It's
and
like a big cake, a big tiered cake.
Or like an ogre with onions and layers.
Ooh, fun, like
Yeah.
Shrek. Anyway, so you guys should also go subscribe to Whimsy and check our
Patreon.
Yeah, check out our Patreon.
Highest Standards Pod.
Yeah. Patreon.com/HighestStandardsPod.
HTTPS/ Anyways,
you can type the HTTPS if you want, but go subscribe. Right here, it says it.
Yep, and that's and this is supported by us and you guys if you do. So, what is this?
I don't know. I'm just making noises.
So we are sponsored by us
Ourselves.
and you guys. So,
so if you want us
below.
to keep making these, check it out.
Check out the link below. I've always wanted to say that.
Ah!
Yeah. So people assuming actors' relationships with one another. So Hudson Williams and Connor Story, are they gay? Are they straight? Are they bisexual? Friends, who fucking cares? Shut the fuck up. Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Truly.
Okay, so when you first introduced me to Heated Rivalries, you were not just excited to show me Heated Rivalries.
Right.
You were excited to show me specifically the relationship also between the two
Oh my God,
actors.
I was because here's the thing. I don't see other people with our type of friendship, right? And I think it's so special and it's such a fun thing. But I was flabbergasted by how almost like thumbprint coded, but at least from the snippets we get from interviews and stuff, right?
Yeah, 'cause we don't know
how
everything.
and tabloids
Again,
or whatever.
We're talking about famous people right now, and if you can't tell, there's a level of understanding of the parasocialism that we have about this.
Right.
These
The information
two strangers.
we're given.
Yeah.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, we still we get to have fun headcanon without being gross.
For us, it's just more. We're just hey, we're not even there because we want to see them fuck. Of course, we want to see them fuck. But you know,
I love watching them be happy with each other,
you and I,
regardless of what that means about their relationship.
Yeah, you and I were just like, oh damn, like they act like us, right? And that's
it's fun to see that.
It's a double-edged sword when you have a friend you can't beat the allegation with, right? Because it's like people are like, oh no, you guys are in love. Yes, we are. But but that's such a shade of gray.
Before we continue with the friends you can't beat the allegations with, when you first told me, we were friends you can't beat the allegations with. Right. I had never heard that term before.
Yeah.
So can you explain what that is to someone who might not know? Because again, I had never heard of this before you told me.
Yeah. I think to put it for, anyone within our kind of friend sphere.
So friends, you can't beat the allegations with. What allegation?
So this is kind of like the new kissing the homies goodnight vibe, right? Like what? You don't kiss the homies goodnight? This is that, but like it's not a joke. It's friends that you probably get a little gay with, right? Like, or if you are if you guys aren't the same, I still think it's gay, even if it's hetero. It's a heteronormative fucking relationship. That's all I'm saying. But
everybody's a little queer. Were you gonna sing the Avenue Q song?
But
that's a different song.
My brain plugged something else, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Nope.
Love Avenue Q. Anyways, I'm still mad I have never got to go see it. I know.
I can't wait to do a theater episode and just talk about theater.
I'm so excited. Should we go see a Broadway before the theater episode?
We should go see a show.
Because then you can like.
The Tonys just came out with all of the nominations. I want to go see Schmigadoon. We're gonna go see Schmigadoon.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Anyway, back on track.
Cool.
Friends you can't. Nope. We didn't have to do it. We didn't have to use it. We didn't have to use it. Friends you can't beat the allegations with. So, a person who is the friends you can't beat the allegations with is the kind of person that is. You connect with them on a cosmic level that is almost hard to describe.
There's a level of
right?
intimacy in that friendship that you don't
They're very
see.
vulnerable.
They're very vulnerable.
I think probably one of the things that is probably stopping people from ever getting the friend you can't beat the allegation with person is being vulnerable. You have to be very vulnerable.
Transparent. Like total honesty, right?
And the allegation is that they are gay, right?
Yeah, and
like you can't.
Yeah.
So it's like you see this duo, right? You see this pairing, and you go, "Wow, they are so connected.
They're in love.
They must be in love.
They're in love.
They have to
or
be.
It's either they're in love or they're fucking.
Also, friends you can't beat the allegations with is so. It's like kind of a. It's a little.
Cheeky.
No, but it's also, this is gonna sound crazy. It's a little homophobic to assume that every girl who's best friends with a girl is gay.
Yep.
To assume that every guy who's best friends with a guy is gay. Like to assume, and it's a little like heteronormative.
It's also biphobic.
And to assume that you can only have one romantic partner.
There's a lot of erasure in that, but again, friends you can't beat the allegations with is probably something that us queers, have queer platonic friendships and relationships and all these things, right? Because whatever. And we definitely coined the word for us, I would assume. But it's probably heteronormative. It's probably just heteronormative monogamous individuals who came up with it. Because there's no shade of gray, right? There's no shade of gray. Yes. There's no kissing the homies goodnight.
That's exactly what I was going with.
And if you think kissing the homies goodnight is straight, oh babe.
Like it's you have to have a conversation with yourself about whatever you think love is and relationships are. Is relationship between one person, two persons, yes, whatever it is, fun and games. But the people who want to put people in boxes are the reason we have to even have this discussion. You have to be either gay or straight, and you have to be married to one person.
Yep.
You can't just
white picket fence life too. You have to have a nuclear household. You can't
just have a friend that you just love and you do whatever you vibe with. But
I like that we're changing that. I like that the world is kind of shifting away from those like really harsh lines. From the, you know what it is? It's like a white picket fence. You're still in a box, right? Like it could be beautiful in a very nice contained box, but you're still being put in a box to a degree, right? Yeah. And I think that the world is moving away from seeing like the happy home as just that box. And I love it. And I love that everybody's having so much fun and there's different types of like dynamics in households and stuff. However, you can still have friends you can't beat the allegations with.
Yeah. And with social media and media literacy relating all to this, you have this assumption that when I, as Hunny, get online and make content, I can only be one thing and one thing only, and that is who I am, and like that's everything that you know, and you're just assuming all of these things about me. And there's so much nuance to
you're a person, you are a whole person. Yeah. You are going to be more dynamic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you are much more dynamic than just that. And that's to be said for probably most people on the internet.
100%.
They are still whole people. There is so much more that you don't know, right? Because what you're being given has been edited to a degree because a performance. And you know what it is also on Heated Rivalry? A phenomenal performance.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes easy to assume.
Right? Because they're like, oh, they're such good actors.
It's so
they must love each other.
Yeah.
They must actually do all of this in
You
public
have a level of
real life.
closeness I've never experienced. Because people who have a friend they can't beat the allegations with, they understand. Just like we did. We went, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Everyone's wrong in the comment section.
They found that one person that you connect with on a level that is so...
Profound. It's profound. It is profound.
Do you know who has that? Do you know who I know has a friends you can't, like a good example of a friends you can't beat the allegation with?
Who?
Is Ariana and Cynthia Erivo.
Yes.
When they came out with all of the wicked stuff.
Love it. I love it.
Everybody was like, they're weird. I don't understand why they have to touch each other all the time.
I didn't know that was happening.
I don't understand.
Because you don't know what they went through together.
Because you don't know.
You don't know what they went through together.
I feel bad for people who don't understand what they were doing because I have that person.
Yeah.
And that is fun. And so I get to go, oh my God, they are so connected. And so all of these things. And people who think the way they act with each other was inappropriate or weird, that shows me that they've never had a friendship like that, and that's sad because they're fun.
It's so special.
It's so special.
It truly changes you.
Yeah.
It changes you.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever lose you,
you won't.
You
might lose me because I wander.
I'm gonna put you're on a leash. Don't you worry. I'm gonna slip air tags and shit onto your person because
I love air tags.
I know you do.
I have
that's a
probably
little dangerous,
16
babe.
air tags.
That's a little dangerous.
I have one for my wallet, one for my purse, one for my
everything
carry-on, one for my suitcase, one for my big suitcase, one for my small suitcase, one for my keys.
The first thing
and my cat.
The first thing
my cat has an air tag on him.
Word. Yeah. First thing that we ever did when I visited you for the first time was run to the mall. We bought something and you forgot the bag of the one thing you bought behind. So I know you have an air tag on everything because you have to have an air tag on everything.
And you're a friend I can't beat the allegation with because you know all of this about
I know
me,
this, yes.
Right? And so Cynthia Erivo and Ariana got a lot of people just didn't get it.
Yeah,
and I was like, you guys, also, this is my theater niche. You don't understand the relationship you get with someone when you do a show.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. And like Hudson Williams
you have
and
to
him,
trust each other.
There's so much trust in acting out a show like Heated Rivalries. That,
no shit, they came out best friends.
Yeah, they came out best friends. It's always sad when you watch someone so good at acting or in something, and then you hear they hate each other behind the scenes.
But you know what that usually comes from? It's probably because they got too close and somebody had a problem with it. Right?
I wonder.
A lot of times that's happened is like of those types of falling out where there's always a third party that kind of makes that happen or
my mouth started to get dry because I'm definitely super high at this point.
Or they totally misinterpreted their connection and sabotaged it by getting into a relationship they had no business getting into because they didn't understand that you can have intimacy without having romance.
Oh my God.
You know? We have all the above. You cannot keep looking at me like that. But no, like that's it's so special. Another good dynamic is, there was one it was a fictional one, Velma.
Oh,
and
Velma and Daphne,
which honestly might be why we can't beat the allegations in hindsight.
We are Velma and Daphne. Like that one might be one of our most accurate,
iconic,
look, like the look and the vibe and all of this. Like Daphne is kind of the bubbly, like popular girl. She's like kind of badass and a little bit flirty and fun and then Velma's this like smart and cute bookworm. She's like running the group. She's the one who's in charge. She has this like kind of older sister quality to her.
A little bit, yeah.
And
but she's still a little clumsy.
But she's clumsy. She drops her glasses all the time and she's so cute. And then she's like she's got a little thing with the amount Shaggy and
the amount of times I've had to go wear my
people love
glasses.
The two of them.
Yeah, they do.
As a thing, right? Yeah. And there's
her and Shaggy and then her and Daphne behind the scenes because there's like
it's not canon that they've ever had anything.
I believe now that we came out with the Velma cartoon.
Didn't people hate that show though?
Correct, because they made her a full-blown lesbian and people don't like to see any type of like women of color or people of color in main casting.
That whole show is just so interesting to me.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't either.
I just know that she's a lesbian.
Guess what? I'm falling into the thing. I will say. One of the first things that we started talking about in this episode is I've never watched this media, but here's my opinion of it because other people said so.
Yep.
I should probably just watch the show and then make an opinion of it.
I think we can have a hard time watching it.
Like that's me falling into some rabbit holes or whatever.
Anytime someone says they hate any type of queer media, I just don't take it. Like me,
no,
Velma and Daphne
are they canonic?
I think retroactively, now that we had that confirmation that Velma is a lesbian, that everybody went back and pulled up all the receipts, and we think that, yes, it was canon. They had like a little bi-curious surprise thing behind, I don't know if it was behind the boys' backs, but probably behind the boys' backs.
You know who also...
What?
Like
canon. It was a very free love time during Scooby-Doo, though.
Yeah, and it was also a really free love time in High School Musical 2, and Chad and what's his name and Ryan switched clothes after I can't dance. I know you can. They're like, what's going on?
Why are you switching
clothes?
Because why are Velma and Daphne in each other's pajamas?
Yes. Like sometimes my media literacy is like really high when it comes to shipping shipping people who you can't beat the allegations with.
You know what happens though? Also, if your media literacy is too good, we also start to make certain assumptions because we infer things and we use our brain algorithm that we've created around it. So that's still a double-edged sword. Too much of anything is too much.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's a happy medium where there's still wonder and whimsy.
I think some people who go too in depth in media literacy and get like really like
You get
super
up in your
analyzing,
own, but
you do, and you get elitist about your opinions on things and stuff like that. And I also don't like when
you lose the joy. You lose the joy of wanting to know more because if you think you know everything, you're not going to have anything new to find out, and that's boring.
Yes,
that's
and
boring.
I sometimes struggle with people always going to like, you know, people together and stuff. I struggle with people like shipping too many people together.
Oh my god.
I'm like I'll watch some like anime and like
the headcanons.
All the My Hero headcanons are rough. There's so many.
So tough.
And like there's like,
and none of them
Bakudeku.
But you know what's up? None of them
Wait,
are...
what is the saying? I'm pregnant with Todoroki's baby. That's my favorite TikTok.
Sorry, Kachan.
They're so bad.
Get it, nerd.
Oh my god.
And then I'm going to talk like this because half of my face is my father and I hate it. I still love Todoroki though. No shade.
I love Todoroki.
Okay.
I love My Hero.
Nope, back on track.
No, we're good.
We're not
in a show like that, I think sometimes when you get too like media literate, try to be like reading between the lines, figuring out people's relationships.
Yeah.
You start to like kind of
redline it. The red string. Yeah.
And yeah, you're doing all that
the red
stuff.
String, yeah.
And like sometimes it gets like a little bit too much, and I'm like, can you just like let it be? Just just
let it be,
let them be.
let
But
it
let
go.
them just be friends. Like they don't have to be.
I think special friendships are also really underrated in media a lot because here's the thing. I think that's what I'm loving about a lot
Also,
of
guys
new
can
shows
be close
and shit.
without having to be gay.
Oh my god,
like, there's like
new
there's this like level of like, oh, if there's like you have to let everybody be gay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but also you can just be like kissing your homies goodnight and have it not be a big deal.
You can be gay and still be homies.
Yeah, like there's so much
Yeah.
trying to put people in boxes.
Yeah.
Is helpful and only if it makes people happy and joyful by creating labels and creating all these things. If you want to identify with something, cool, vibe with it. But if it's causing you stress,
right? Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Just be homies and kiss.
Yeah. So speaking of homies and kiss and really, really healthy male relationships, especially straight male relationships, that new off-campus show did so well.
You told me about that.
Oh my god! There's like where toxic masculinity. Where
I
was worried at first. There's a little smidge of it in one of the characters, but it's not really. It's his process of getting past it, right? And I love it. I love to see it because they're also in college. That's where you're supposed to start developing yourself as like an individual and who you want to be. Oh, they did such a good job balancing the fact that yes, you are an adult and you can enjoy adult things. But you still have a little bit of ways to go, too. Like, you're not all the way there. Yeah, like, you're still...
Have some humility. Have some humbleness.
And the other thing I really like is just
And they check each other. Like,
yes,
I love...
They checked each other.
Checking each other.
And it's just one big, like, movie and TV show reference after another.
You said it's so many pop culture stuff. I can't wait.
You're going to die. Because if we cannot turn it into a drinking game, we will go to the hospital. Like, I'm not joking. Like, that's how many there are, and I'm sure there's even some that I don't pull.
How many episodes are there?
8. It's a miniseries. I know you love a good miniseries.
I do. I love miniseries.
But friends you can't beat the allegations with. Honestly, her and her best friend in Off Campus.
You said that.
They're very similar to us. You know, where if you were looking out from the outside perspective instead of from the lens of the show, someone around them would absolutely think they were a little, like, together. You see her best friend's boobs off, like just out in their dorm room as soon as she gets home from class, like within the first half hour of the first episode. And then you see them again in the second episode, very similar context.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
I know. So like that's what I mean. Like if you're not friend, like comfortable getting pantsless or topless with a friend around, like you don't have a friend you can't beat the allegations with because it's that level of intimacy and comfortability. And it's nothing.
Some people don't
right.
want that. Some people struggle with vulnerability with
and
human,
that's okay.
And that's okay.
There just has to be a level of like, where does that come from?
Because I've had
you don't like physical touch.
Yeah.
So
and I've had a lot of like, and for people who are thinking, like, do I have this person in my life? I had a lot of friends growing up. I have a lot of wonderful people in my life.
I have great friends too.
And
this was different.
This was different.
It's just different.
Yeah, it was just a little
It's not that I
different.
don't have other friends that I don't love, right? Like, I have a friend who I've known my entire life.
But I've always had very low maintenance friendships.
Me too. That's what I've been leaning into
and
as well.
And we are not high maintenance friendship.
No.
We are just like
codependent.
We're just codependent, yeah.
No, we are. A little bit.
It's like when Chandler and Monica are talking, and Monica says, I'm very high maintenance, and she's sobbing, and she's like, I'm so sad, I'm so high maintenance, it struggles. Right. And he goes, yeah, but I like maintaining you.
That's what it is.
Oh, I love him.
I love them.
One of my favorite duos.
I think that's a big part of it. Friends is a great example of friends that you can't beat the allegations with. They have such a close friendship that it's either you think they're related or they're in love.
There's like so much like everybody's dating everybody.
Yeah. It's either are you related or are you in love, right?
Well, I'll be honest. No, it's I think drop my I have a friend's hot take.
What's your friend's hot take? Because you love friends, so I want to know.
What's kind of a hot take?
What's your hot take? Tell me. I might agree with you.
I don't like the Joey and Rachel relationship.
I don't either.
A lot of people think that should have been Endgame.
No.
I didn't. I thought it was like randomly.
I'm happy that Phoebe and Joey didn't do the weird.
Me too.
Like there's always going to be friends that don't and still hang out. And
I felt like them doing Joey and Rachel was a little bit random, and it was kind of like, let's see if this works. And
I think it was good for Joey's character development a little bit, character development, right?
It finally gave him a storyline. He was kind
just something that gave you something to be like
the jokey boy for quite a bit.
Just to kind of give him a little bit more substance as a person, right? And I think it was great for that. But I don't think it had to be.
Joey.
I don't think it has to be Rachel.
Yeah, I always just thought it was like a little bit random that they were like, you know what, a guy and a girl, they got a date, and I'm like, I hate when they do
they're
that in
both.
shows.
You know what it is? They were the stereotypical hot girl and hot guy, and at that time
they were the Fred and Daphne.
Yeah, and at the time I think that was like what was expected, right? And that's probably why they did it, because they were like, well, we're both good looking, and we know that objectively speaking, right? And that's kind of what it was, where they were kind of like, I love you, but I think we're just both good looking, you know? So I don't know, but. Who else is on the friends you can't beat the allegations with list? I feel like there's so many good ones now.
Well, so to identify someone on this list, it has to be someone that has been maybe, whether or not it was parasocial or not, fucked with their assumed about sexualities. Are they related? Are they in love? Or whatever it is? And there has to be some sort of level of like, you think these two people are so connected at a soul level that you're like if you are in a friends you can't if you fall on this list, we can identify each other kind of thing. It's like a secret group, right? Yes. And so know it's
an unspoken language, because you and I never finish a sentence, but somehow we have an entire conversation 6 hours later. Like
and somebody that I feel like falls into this is I'm gonna be super parasocial about this one.
Do it.
But like I was a Larry Styleson girl.
Oh my God.
And so I think Louis Tomlinson and Harry Styles at one point had this relationship, and I think it got ruined by
psychophans.
Who tried to put them in a box.
It's fandoms it's fandoms going parasocial, right? Because fandoms go write your fanfics. It's fanfics.
And that's why I was like, I put a little caveat with this is like, this example is parasocial, and it got ruined by parasocialism, I believe.
Because you did it for the fanfic reasons.
Yes. And for the fun of it. And I was also like 12.
Yeah. But there are people who did what they did to like Connor Story and Hudson Williams, right?
Exactly.
There is no longer a fanfic.
You have to be worried about
word.
These fan opinions and these lack of media literate humans who are interacting with these couples on the internet or these friends or this whatever the fuck they are.
Right.
They start assuming stuff and putting them into boxes, and it ruins friendships.
It does. It ruins friendships. It ruins foundations.
It ruins relationships.
Like
and
foundations of other relationships.
And so I've
heard
for
future ones.
I've heard that Hudson and Connor are being very cautious about how they interact with each other now.
Which sucks.
It does suck.
That sucks, because I couldn't imagine having to go out in public and censor myself with you.
Yes. For others' comfortability, or for others' need to know what the hell, like to be like, I don't understand. They want to make sex jokes with each other, but they don't. But they're not dating, and they can't be. People don't want there to be gray.
They got famous really fast.
People feel like they deserve the answer. They don't want there to be gray, and they want
to be the answer that they want to hear.
It has to be something that they understand. And if they don't understand
there's a shade of gray, there's any type of ambiguity to it.
People hate what they don't understand.
No, and that's true.
And they go, I don't understand this, so I'm going to assume it's this.
Because people are afraid of what they don't understand, and people don't
because people don't have media literacy and people are stupid. Social media is making us stupid. Anyway, I'm so glad you're watching us on your social media accounts. Keep scrolling. No, you have to be able to participate in social media with a sense of understanding.
Self-awareness. You need to have self-awareness.
And if you don't have media literacy and you've watched this entire episode
and
you don't understand the intensity of this conversation, then you got to do some work, buddy.
You know what?
You got to do some work. Open a book. How do you open a goddamn book?
Open a book, please. I beg of you. I'll go read one of mine. You'll talk to me about it. It'll be great. Promise. But you'll get somewhere with it. Wow, I had a question for you, and it was, that's a lot of eye contact. Holy cannoli.
Did I say something that made you want to say something?
Yes, but it was good. It had to do with Hudson Williams Connor's story.
People assuming.
Censoring. People assuming.
You and me.
Did we get to you and me?
Yeah.
We did?
Yep.
Fuck. I think I lost that one.
All right.
God damn it.
That got lost.
That was a good question, too. Oh, I do know. People who need to go touch grass. Okay. Well, we have a special. It's a very special friendship.
Yep.
How would you, so we got this friendship because you and I healed through stuff with. And that's, I think, is another part of friends you can't beat the allegation with. It's a friend you heal through something with.
Yes. So Wicked, I think, was a healing experience for both of them.
Yeah.
And I think heated rivalries, it either has to be healing or like intensely emotional, right? So once you go
you achieve something big.
Most of the time, these people in your life that you find that
there's a barrier that's broken down in the process.
Something has to happen. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be like, okay, this is a person who's going to understand me on a level that can be uncomfortable at times, right? Because you will tell me when I do something wrong or something like that. Like, it's not,
and you have to be comfortable doing that.
And you have to be comfortable.
You are a better friend for it.
You can't have this without this, right? You can't have that closeness where you can make a joke about something like this, right?
Yeah.
I can make this joke with you. Everybody's going to be like, that's weird, that's uncomfortable. But
Not
we
for us.
know it's funny and it works for us.
Yep.
But it's because we had to go through this first.
We did.
Right?
We had that uncomfortable conversation.
I was like, sometimes like, I wasn't in a great place when we met.
No,
and you weren't either.
But I wasn't either. And the polar opposite end of that spectrum, right? Like,
and it's hard.
Yeah.
And so you either vulnerably go through something or you go through like an intense experience with someone, right? And so a lot of these people who are watching this, who probably are thinking, I know who this person is in my head.
I love that for you.
That's awesome.
I do.
I bet a few of them are also going, we were in the Army together. We were in baseball together.
Military
we were like
sports, anything.
We had this
extreme.
experience together.
Yeah.
There's probably that person because there was
spent a summer with them.
There's
you
had
stuff like
some sort of catalyst experience
Yeah.
that
you grew up with
made
them.
you feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
And the only people who will ever understand that experience is the people who are there with you.
Yeah.
And so those people are really important to you.
The people who liked you when you didn't necessarily like yourself.
Yeah, right?
And they taught you how to do that again.
Like, for some people, it's probably like their sibling because you've
which is
experienced life together. Like, that's the most obvious choice. Like, my mom's probably thinking,
especially twins.
My aunt, right? Like, that's probably her person, right?
Oh, 1000%.
Because they've experienced life together.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's going to be someone of a similar gender to you.
I would say.
Probably because there is a level
similar
of
energy, right? Like whether someone who
some
shares
people,
that similar
some
energy
people
and
probably
roles
have
in their life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I also think there's a difference between a sibling relationship and your person, the friend you, the forever friend that you will eventually find.
Because they were family by blood, you're family by choice.
Yes. There has to be a level of choice and experience that happens with this person that
and
you
find.
Choose
to stay. And you choose to stay. And I think that's why people think it's romantic, right? Because who do you know stick through thick and thin?
And it's heteronormative and homophobic to assume that any person that you have this relationship with has to be a girlfriend, a husband, or you're fucking. There can't be some like
shade of gray.
They just love each other.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Maybe it's not a shade of gray. It's a.
Oh, it is gray.
No, it's a rainbow.
It's a rainbow.
That shit's a rainbow. Like,
but people don't want there to be
in between.
The
no man's land.
The no man's land is so annoying. And then people feel entitled to feeling like, guess what? Because we know exactly what we are.
Yeah.
And then people want to go, I want to know.
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
Hey.
What have you done? What have you not done?
Yeah.
Like, you're not entitled to anything. And when people go on the internet and assume of all these things, relationships get ruined.
Harmful rhetoric.
It's
harmful
so
rhetoric.
harmful.
You know why?
Bad media literacy. Social media is ruining us.
Do you want to do it one more time before we? Okay, happy to get that out of your system.
Yes, but that's my opinion. This is how it all wraps up in my head.
No, I agree.
This is how it all wraps up in my head. The gummy hit. I knew it. Is there anything else that you feel like you want to discuss?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, we have our friendship, right? We just described it at nauseum and at length. If someone doesn't have that person, what is the one piece of advice you would give them that you think would help them find that person?
Okay, interesting.
Like what could they do for themselves? Maybe not like to go find, right? But like that you think would bring them closer to being able to have that relationship with a person.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I wouldn't ever think that this is something you'd like actively seek.
No,
like
it
just
happens.
But if you are finding yourself going, I don't think I've found this person. I don't understand why I don't have these close friendships with people in my life. I would say to you that you need to learn to be a little bit more vulnerable, and you need to let down your walls, and you need to talk, and you need to have the uncomfortable conversations, because then you eventually can connect on those uncomfortable levels that make life fun, because you finally feel like you found someone you can be safe with. Yeah. And it's awesome, right?
Oh, it fucking rocks.
But the vulnerability is difficult.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah.
I
would say that a person, you might be somebody who's a little hard, a little closed off, a little like
to the chest.
And then also be like, well, nobody wants to have these conversations with me. Have you asked?
Have you asked?
Have you tried?
Yeah, and if
try
you have
and fail.
tried,
Like I've had conversations with people, and it like I'd be like, I try to make it a deeper conversation, and they don't latch on, and you just move on, right?
Yeah.
But like if you don't ever put yourself in uncomfortable situations to try, go say hello to someone at the bookstore. Like do those things. Like if you DM the guy that you like play a video game with, and be like, hey, do you want to play a video game just the two of us?
Right. Or do you want to hang out on Discord and watch this show with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or even just hang out when maybe there's no stakes involved. I mean, not hang out. Hit them up when there's no stakes involved. Of like, hey, what are you up to this weekend? Not because I want to hang out. I just want to know what you're up to.
No, it's something that we've talked about is making friends as adults.
Yes.
Making friends as adults is very people. I don't think it's.
Hi, I didn't find her till I was 30. Yeah. So if you are sitting here and you're like, damn, like I'm out of college and blah blah blah, you might not find that person till you're 30. Right? Like I never thought I always thought I would be the more friend. I was the friend who did more. I was the friend who sacrificed more. I was the friend who put in more effort. I was the friend who felt like I loved more, was more loyal, was more whatever. I don't have that with you.
And then a whole lot of more came into her life.
And
I'm a lot.
I figured out what more was, and I went, oh.
Let me triple that.
She was like, I'm going to double it and give it back to you, actually. I'm not even going to pass it to the next one. And I was like, all right. And then it made me more comfortable being more again, because more used to be getting taken advantage of or taken for granted, even still to this day. And I don't have that anymore. And I think part of the pain of going through getting a friend you can't beat the allegation with for me is I had to mourn those relationships that I realized I wasn't asking too much of. You know what I'm saying? But then I had the happiness of, oh, damn, I was setting for less and I don't have to.
Yeah.
And I don't have to. I'm actually not asking for too much. I myself am not in too much. And you don't have to care what I have to say. I know she does. I know she does at the end of the day. And that's all that matters to me. So I think my piece of advice for people is kind of going off of your conversation part is if you want a friend you can't beat the allegation with, or even to try and figure it out, is show people the bits of yourself that you don't like. Yeah. Because guess what? Most people probably think it's stupid that you think
Talk about like all the things that you've done, like,
or they can hold you accountable and help you improve.
My least favorite person in the world is the person who like has never done anything wrong in their life, because you don't exist, and if you think that way, that means that you're insufferable.
Yep.
I cannot stand those people. No. And so you have to.
You probably also don't respect other people appropriately if you think that there's like some level of like air about you that you're better than them and you're always, you know.
And so it is vulnerable to meet this friend eventually, and
it hurts a little bit.
It does, and so
know that it hurts a little bit.
Making friends as an adult. Yeah. People always say it's harder. It is harder because you're not in school, because you're not in a contained space where like you are automatically going to be friends with the person sitting next to you,
because
you're not going to be put next to. There's a convenience to it, right? Yeah. But it's easier to make friends as a kid, but the friendships you make as an adult are more authentic. I believe.
1,000%.
Like the friends you make, if you are still friends with someone from high school, Congratulations, you hit a jackpot.
Yeah.
I hit a jackpot. I have friends from high school that I'm still
I have
best
friends from
with.
birth. Yeah,
It's awesome, right?
I have a friend from birth.
But
I can't wait till you meet her.
a lot of people have to mourn friendships because they go, "Oh, this was a friend out of convenience and not a friend out of authenticity."
Or this was a friend that worked for me at the time and who I was at, in that space and place, but not anymore.
And I'm different now, right?
People either grow together or you grow apart, and it's true. It sounds a little cliche, but it's true. And some people
and then
don't
once you
grow
become
at
an
all.
adult, you've kind of finished growing. So
For
the
the most
people,
part,
the people you'll meet is probably more difficult because there's no convenient spaces. But the person you meet, like once you make friends as an adult, it's going to be more authentic because you don't have time for bullshit. You don't have time for bad people.
Once you touch bubbles is what you called it, and then one of them bursts into the other. That's when it happens.
But the bubble's not that hard to pop as long as you just
gotta touch bubbles. Yeah.
Blow your bubble towards spaces where there are other bubbles, interact with each other's bubbles, and eventually your bubbles will mesh. And
like Rocky and Grace with their spaceships.
Oh
my God. They didn't even speak the same goddamn language.
friends you can't beat the allegations with. Rocky and Grace.
That is a joke for all intents and purposes, but not really.
No, of course not. And again, because there's no...
I bet you there's a world where before the movie came out, where people didn't really know what Rocky looked like, there was a world where there was probably some type of fanfic that they fell in love and shit.
Actually, I saw more than people talking about Grace and... What's the woman in the movie? What's that character's name?
Which one? There's a few.
The main girl who's in charge of him and doing all the stuff.
Fuck.
She was
head scientist.
The head scientist woman.
I don't
She's
remember
her name. It's German or
I don't know. Can we get a name? Yeah. Why don't you look it up?
Because it's gonna miss my point if I don't know her name.
I need to know her name. Strat.
Yep.
Professor Strat or whatever.
Professor Strat. Yes.
Strat. Is it Professor? I don't know. Dr. Strat? Who knows?
Strat. Yes. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw people after watching that movie who went, girl, boy,
fuck,
relationship.
Probably.
And I was like, I feel like everybody missed the point with the relationship.
Hey, did you not get the part where she was emotionally manipulating him a little bit?
Yeah, and it was just like...
Even if it was for a good reason.
Oh my God. It's just like the assumptions of these people have to be in a relationship because X, Y. It's just so
because
much.
they have a vibe. Yeah. Hey, you can catch a vibe with somebody and let the vibe pass, and it doesn't redact from the fact that the vibe happened. The vibe doesn't always have to stay. Sometimes vibes just come and go, and that should be okay. And that's not misinterpreting relationships.
No, because
also don't misinterpret your relationships.
Some people, hot take.
Yes.
Some people are meant to be in your life only for a period of time.
I agree.
And that's not a bad thing.
Yep.
Somebody existed in my life because they were supposed to be the person that was good for me at 24. And someone existed in my life that was supposed to be around me when I was 7. And that 7-year-old person benefited from that friendship, but maybe at 14 didn't, right? Yeah. And that's okay. And that's not a bad thing.
No. I think it's, what's the saying of a reason, a season, a lifetime. So are they there for a reason? Are they going to teach you something about yourself? Are they?
Brian A. Chalker.
Brian.
Shout out Brian A. What?
Chalker.
Ready? Brian A. Chalker on 3. 1, 2, 3. Brian A. Chalker.
Break. And or a season, are they just there for a time to pass the time with who you are in that time of your life, or a lifetime, which is those are your forever people, right? I love that saying. It's one of my favorite. I didn't realize it was a poem. Shout out Cookie. Thanks for the poem.
Thank you, Cookie.
And I think that's all of the above should be okay because they're all there for a purpose.
Yes.
You don't have to hold on to something so tight if it's not meant to be there. And if it's hurting you.
People really struggle with whether or not they were I really wanted this person to be a lifetime.
Yep. Who cares?
I wanted them to be a lifetime, but they were a season.
Mourn them. Just like you would mourn anybody else.
And then honestly, womp womp and then move on.
But get over it.
We do not have time for bad people in our life anymore.
Make space for the people who are supposed to be there for the lifetime. Because you still have to go through your reasons and seasons before you get that lifetime.
Yeah. And guess what? If they're a lifetime person, you're going to go through stuff that you don't want to with that person, and it's going to be vulnerable. And you're going to have to.
It has to be okay.
Yeah.
It has to be. You have to be okay with being mad at each other sometimes, and having the hard conversation, and maybe and certain.
And again,
people,
a friend you can't beat the allegation is different than your life partner. This is not I'm not saying this is the person. Some people are probably thinking oh, this is the my husband, right?
Yeah.
That's different.
No, this is my. If I ever become an ex-wife, she's my next wife.
Yes.
Ex-wife to next wife. Like that's what I'm calling us from. If I ever become an ex-wife, you're my next wife. And that's it. And that's just because honestly, I'm done trying after that. Truly. So but
the dating world.
Oh my God, don't do that. No, I would never do that to you again. I would never let you
We should have
do
an
that.
episode where we talk about dating culture.
Oh no. Yeah. We should.
And how it was different, because you grew up at a different time than me.
I did, but I didn't date.
But you know what other people did.
Yeah, I did. I was the one kind of helping my friends figure it the fuck out. I was the one texting other people on their phones for them because they were like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, just say something.
Because I had more social media when it came to dating than you did.
We had texting.
Yes.
I think
AOL, those things, right?
Tinder. Early, like first beta Tinder, like when Tinder first dropped, that was our
when Tinder was for fucking, and not for relationships.
Yeah, that was like our first exposure of like that type of level of social media to dating pipeline, right? Because we don't really.
It'd be a fun episode. Because then we
but
can also talk about we could talk about
video game, MMO too. That's a completely different side
you
of
were
it.
meeting people on internet.
I was meeting people on internet. My husband's a Tumblr boy.
Tumblr boy.
Isn't that insane?
That's so fun.
Yes.
We could also, if we ever did this episode, we could talk about
Anything
bad dating experience that we've had.
Oh my God, or funny dating. Just dating experience. I think we have some fun, whether it's bad or good. I think we have some funny. I have some fun.
I
have some fantastic, because it was either unintentional, which is hysterical, or it was intentional and it was really sweet and it was like a good experience, right? Like I have some great. I think I was a little spoiled. I think I got. Later on in life, because I had some great boys in my life growing up. I really did. And I think that helped me. That's why I didn't really date, because I think I just saw certain
You had higher
things.
expectations.
I did. And I had people kind of not protecting me.
Also known as Highest Standards.
Highest Standards.
That's the name of the podcast. It's like the scenes where like somebody says like, oh, you're such a family guy. Yeah. That's the name. That's the name of the show.
Yeah. I had boys surrounding me being very transparent about what boys wanted and kind of like protected me in a way, and I think that was something that not everybody got. And I never understood dating, because dating was always like a weird concept for me, but that's the tism.
Okay, let's
but
save
that's
it
a whole
for,
other. I would say that could be a whole great other conversation. Honestly,
save it for the pod episode blank when we talk about dating.
Yeah,
it'll be
let's
very
do
fun.
it.
But
yes,
we have a wonderful relationship.
We do. The fact that you're touching me willingly without me initiating already is like, you don't understand. She doesn't like hugging. She doesn't like touching.
I don't.
You accidentally brush up against her. She's probably wants to thank you. Like the fact that she was touching me the entire time. Should show.
I will say I am a hitter.
You are.
I'm a hitter.
But you were also like, yeah.
But you are such a special person. You are a friend I can't beat the allegations with.
Yeah.
And because we are on the internet and people watch us.
Yep.
There are people out there who do not have the media literacy to understand the relationship, to feel weird and parasocial about it. It ruins relationships.
I think that's how we were able to have a good friendship.
We are lucky that it is not ruining our friendship and we're just getting closer.
Because you know what? You and I met through social media stuff.
And we got to be easy. That first...
There is a there is an alternate timeline
where you and I
didn't get past that initial threshold of that expectation versus reality.
Yeah.
And didn't become these people, and I mourn that timeline.
Thank God we have media literacy.
That timeline, yeah. Thank God.
And literacy.
Oh my God. So that's how you find the friend you can't beat the allegations with.
Yeah, get off social media and stop being so media illiterate.
Even if you're on social media, learn some media literacy. Yeah. Like take the time to be skeptical, ask questions,
take a breath, think higher.
Think higher.
Think higher. Like be a higher thinker.
Go get the highest you can go.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the gummy's hitting so nice. I've never.
All right, well, that was fun.
That was so much fun.
Do you want to take our Polaroid?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Awesome. And if you want this Polaroid, you have an opportunity to win it if you are subscribed to our Patreon. You don't have to do anything besides be subscribed. Everybody's automatically put in as long as you are subscribed for the month that this podcast is coming out.
However,
we have one each month.
However, if you want to guarantee yourself a Polaroid, also go look at the Patreon.
Yeah, we have a tier that you get a Polaroid every month just from the two of us. Great. Episode 1 officially. Yep. The other one was just
episode 1. The bitch strikes back. I don't know.
My favorite Star Wars episode. Episode 1, The Bitch Strikes Back. So again, I'm Hunny. You can find me at ThousandHunny on all my platforms.
And I'm Belle. You can find me at HauntingBelle on everything.
And until next time,
get weird responsibly. Get me off this bucket. No, I'm kidding.
Whoop, 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 whoop.